Today I'm going to be sharing with you one of the most unsettling, scariest experiences I've ever had traveling out of my body to the other side, to other dimensions. This I would never, ever, 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 ever want to remember. Ever. Ever. This is a valuable, important information that I want you to have. And I'm going to tell you, this was shocking to me. It's going to be shocking to you. I wanted to know this piece of information that you may not know otherwise. So please stay tuned in. It's not what you're thinking, promise, it's not. My name is Yonit. I'm an awareness specialist. What does awareness specialist mean? From a young age, I was given an open channel with spirit where I was allowed to travel to other dimensions, other realms. And through my explorations, I was given a lot of information and knowledge about our existence. I'm going to be sharing this with you on this channel, so please subscribe. This is a new channel, so you may want to hit the red bell button. Is it red? I'm not sure, but you want to be notified, so hit the red bell button, and if you like what I have to say, let me know by liking this video. Comment, let me know what you think. Shall we begin? The funny thing about this experience, it actually happened to me as I was coming back from heaven, what we call heaven, which I call a very high vibration of existence, where I was planning my life. When I was on the other side, something very amazing happened. I actually got to witness myself as a spirit. Powerful, powerful as hell, powerful. I will describe to you when I talk about this experience of choosing my life and why I'm so big about the soul contracts. When I was done planning my life and everything was sealed and done, and then when I came back to this reality, I jumped off the edge of what felt like a high-rise building of sorts. And when I jumped down, I was back in my body, being born or being reborn. And there I am in my body, still not fully awake, having the most horrifying, terror, scariest experiences I've ever had traveling out of my body. How I felt in heaven is one thing, and how I felt when I came back was a completely different story. My mind separated the two completely. It doesn't register in my mind as the same event. It does not. So I just want you to know that when I was coming back to this life, or to this moment, or to that moment in time, 2 seconds before I woke up, I found myself in a state that scared me so much. I'm going to tell you, I've seen a lot of unsettling things in my life. A lot. But this one got me sitting on my bed begging, God, please make me forget anything. I don't care. I'll sacrifice anything. Just make me forget. This I would never, ever, 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 ever want to remember. Ever. Ever. I can't even say, I don't know if I can say the word ever enough to help you understand how unsettling that was. I'm going to describe it in words, but the feeling was something that I cannot project to you. I can just tell you the story. When I jumped down, that was it. I came to this dimension, what we call reality, physical reality, planet Earth. How I felt in the other side, that higher vibration of existence, was nothing in contrast to what happened next, which made everything so very much more unsettling. And I'm going to say also that I separated the two experiences completely. This was one, me planning my life, and this was two, terror. When I came back, I was wrapped up with this jello thing all around me, especially I was focused on my face. It was like a thick layer of jello or something like it. That thick layer of something all over me was so unsettling, so scary, so unbelievably scary, like nothing I've ever experienced, ever. I felt like I was in jail, locked up in this jello, this thick jello thing, closing all over me. And it was so uncomfortable, so clothing, so limiting. And the craziest thing is I could not take it off of me. I was locked in it in what felt like eternity. right before that, I was a god. What it felt like being in my spirit body. And now I am locked in this jello bodysuit that was so tight, so clothing. I felt like somebody wrapped me up in one of those outfits that you just can't get out, and you like your face is covered, everything's covered, and you like this, and you cannot get out for eternity. What feels like eternity. I had no idea what was happening. No clue. The main thing was the shock. The shock of being in that jello. Of course, the first thing I was wondering, what is that? What the heck is going on? What is it? I had no explanation. There was no rational explanation that I could give myself at that moment. I was in this jello, icky, tight, feeling like jail, complete jail. My awareness was compressed. Everything was compressed. I am claustrophobic. I am very claustrophobic. But that was claustrophobia on another level. Whichever words I use cannot describe the horrifying sensation that jello felt all over me. It felt like I was taken by something and I have no words to consent. Have you ever felt? Yeah, that's how I felt. It felt compressing. It felt restricting. It felt like jail. As simple as that. When I was able to snap out of it and I was fully in my body, when I woke up completely, that was when I sat down at the edge of the bed and prayed, please God, I never, ever, ever, ever want to remember this. Ever. That jello all over my face was something that I can't even describe how unsettling that was. I kind of forgot about choosing my life, because if I thought about that, then that being wrapped up in the jello thing will come back, and I just didn't want to. Nope. I never ever wanted to remember this ever. I was done. I was like, I don't care how amazing everything else was a second before. I don't want to remember just all that. Forget, please. Make me forget this. Unfortunately, I suppressed this memory, and you can understand why. Years later, I came into closure, into a resolution with what was that uncomfortable jello all over me. Surprisingly so, that was how it felt like being in the human body. Remember, 2 seconds before that, I was a soul, I was a spirit. To be in this is so very restricting, it's so very limiting, it's scary, it's a scary experience. We may not remember, but we all experience that. Giving up being limitless, giving up being abundant, being larger than life. Yes, it is this scary for a spirit to come into the physical body, to be this restricted, limited, and there you are, locked up in skin and bones. A human life that feels like jail to the spirit. All of us, we all gave up so much for this physical life. We gave up knowledge. We gave up limitless awareness. We gave up freedom. We don't remember coming into our physical sensations and how restricting and scary that was. Something that we don't get to experience in our spirit form. We are all experiencing physical life, compressed, suppressed, limited, all of us. We all gave up so much to come into this physical reality, into this physical experience. A lifetime in this jail-like suit. It's not just me, it's not just you, it's all of us. I know it may sound contradictory, but yes, it's worth it. We would not give up all this freedom, all this liberation, to be compressed in this jelly suit, to feel this small for no reason. We all chose to come here for a reason, for a purpose. We all here. I obviously knew what I was walking into. I chose to come here. I chose to be restricted for 100 years, who knows how long. And maybe, just maybe, it was worth it. I'm an awareness specialist, and one of my specialties are astrology and numerology, and I read the soul contracts. If you would like to know what your soul contracts are, please go to our website below Again, please subscribe and I'll see you again real soon, okay?